All I'm gonna say is if you're doing the sugar diet thing, man, just stick with it. Just stick with it. That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? Just stick with it, and you're gonna see the weight fall off. You're gonna see a big difference. You're gonna notice the difference in how you feel. You know, you'll have more energy. Your mood might even be better because you're not. Listen, I've done carnivore. I've done keto, and those two things are difficult to do mentally. Okay, when you're doing carnivore, when you're doing keto, you're not eating any carbs. You're not feeling relaxed as much, especially if you're using caffeine and stuff like that throughout the day. Your cortisol levels are high as hell. You know what I mean? Cortisol's through the roof. You know, sleeping is sometimes difficult. You might have to take some supplements. You might have to take a bunch of magnesium before you go to bed, ashwagandha, chamomile, whatever, right? With this, you literally just say, oh, I'm kind of hungry before bed, but I don't want to eat like a big old meal, which you shouldn't do. From my results that I'm seeing, it's best not to eat nothing big before going to bed, all right? The best method is eat some fruit. Maybe put a little sugar on there if you need to, just a little bit of sugar for flavor if the kind of fruit you got is not as appetizing, you know what I mean? Especially when you're starting off. Not everybody who doesn't eat fruit starting off this diet right away likes fruit. You know what I'm saying? If you never ate fruit or you just don't eat it that often, and believe me, there are people out there who have never had fruit. You know what I mean? They've eaten probably junk food. I've seen examples of this where one person just eats mostly junk food, never touches fruit, drinks soda, stuff like that. So, yeah, man. I would just say before bed, if you're hungry, the easy cheat code, the easy hack for this is eat some fruit, maybe with a little bit of sugar on there, or not. You know what I mean? But have something like that. You can have a smoothie if you want to before going to bed. You know, have like a however many calories you had in a day. We're not really trying to calorie count during this. I know I'm not. But if you're that type of person, just see how much you have left in the day to spare and get them all in right there. You know what I mean? Get all the calories in that you need right there, but let it be only carbs. Try not to incorporate any fat or any protein with that meal. Okay? And you should be all right. You should be all right, and you'll see results. Trust me. It might take a minute. For me, I've been doing this, like I said, for like a month, give or take a few days, like 3 weeks, just about 4 weeks in total. So almost a whole 30, 31 days, whatever. You know what I mean? I think it's mostly been like probably closer to 28. But yeah, amazing results, man. I've lost 15 pounds, 20 pounds. I've lost damn near 20 pounds in a month from doing this. You know, so it's something to think about. And it couldn't all be water weight. Some of that's fat too, man. So you got to think about it. You're going to lose some water weight for sure. But the carbs will kind of help keep some of that on if you're concerned about it. You know what I mean? The potassium in the fruit will help flush the sodium out your body. You know, keep your blood pressure regulated. It's a very healthy diet if you do it right. Healthy lifestyle, I would like to say. It's not necessarily a diet. But if you do this right, this is something you can keep up for the rest of your life. 100%. I just would, my final bit of advice, at least for this video, in general, okay, just in general, stick to whole foods, all right? You hear all this stuff about people eating candy and all that stuff. Candy is cool if you like candy. Eat a little bit here and there. Be mindful of your teeth, you know what I mean? You don't want your teeth rotting out. Brush your teeth after you get done eating the candy and all that. With even fruit sometimes too, you gotta worry about it. But like, if you're eating the fruit and you're eating like, you know, maybe a good balanced meal during the day, maybe like a steak or some ground beef or a burger, yes, pizza if you really are into that. But make sure you get some protein within the day unless you're sugar fasting, okay? And we'll talk about that in another video. But at the beginning of the day, or at least earlier on in the day, or at some point during the day, like I'll put it this way. You want to eat this meal about, let's say if you're up from 6 in the morning till what, 11 at night, right? Right around, you want to have this meal at least before 3 p.m. 2 or 3 p.m. Preferably you have that like in one of the first meals of the day, but really try to get this meal in before midday for you, okay, whatever that looks like to you. And then for the rest of the day, because usually if you ate that meal and it was a good meal, you won't be hungry for like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours. But after that, if you get hungry towards the end of the day when you're getting ready to go to bed, and you're like, oh man, I can't really sleep, I'm starving, or I'm craving something, whatever, eat some sugar, eat some fruit. Try to go for fruit first. You know what I mean? But whatever carb source you have, that is strictly only carbs. Try not to go to the fat and the protein right before bed. All right, and you will see results, trust me. Try and see. Until next time, y'all.